If your business is growing and you're considering hiring an employee to do your video content creation, I got 5 tips that you need to think about before doing that could save you thousands of dollars. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up, fellow business owners? I want to talk to you about something that I think is going to tremendously get you thinking about this topic in the right mindset, and that potentially could save you thousands of dollars. It's about you're growing your small business. You know video is powerful and it's king in marketing right now, and that you need video to grow your business. But how do you go about actually adding video to your business? Essentially, you have 2 different options. You can hire an employee, someone that can come part of your team and join your team and create content for your business, or you can outsource it to an agency and actually delegate that out to another company and to another team. And so a lot of times when small business owners are making this decision, they immediately default to thinking that I want to hire an employee. I'm going to get a better bang for my buck. I'm going to be able to have this person be a part of our culture, understand our marketing, understand what really sets us apart. The list goes on and on and on. And I want to give you 5 different reasons on why I believe that agency is going to be a better decision for your company. But I want to hear from you. So please be sure to comment below in the comment section on anything that I didn't cover or any perspective that you may have on this topic, because I don't think that there is a one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to this topic, but I do think that there is a one-size-fits-most. So let's get right into it. Number 1 is talent. So the amount of talent that goes into this career and into creating successful content that actually works for a small business is tremendous. And everything from writing to creative, videographer, editor, marketing, social media, lighting, audio, directing, and the list goes on and on and on. Email marketing and graphic design and color correction and animation. The list is tremendous. This craft is a lot different than photography. Taking still images oftentimes is something that a solopreneur can do successfully by themselves. Video and creating good quality content, when you really dive in deep to this topic, it's multiple different skill sets and multiple different college degrees all rolled up into one process. When you hire an agency, you're hiring a team of experts. You're hiring a team that has built a process around designing and creating successful quality videos and content. And so you're getting better quality, and which in return, when you get better quality videos for your business, you're going to get better results for your business. You're going to get more views on those videos. You're going to get more traffic to your website. You're going to get more open rates with your email marketing. You're going to get more people excited about wanting to do business with you. And so think about that, is that it's not a one-man or a one-woman show when it comes to creating good quality video content. It requires a team. And so if you have other people on your team that can be supportive of this one individual to help in those areas, maybe it's a good fit for your company. But if they're going to be all by themselves creating content, maybe it's something you want to think about and talk with them more in detail. Number 2 is the cost. The cost of hiring an employee versus an agency is something that I discuss with clients all the time. So many times people will think that immediately it's going to be more cost effective and I'm going to get a better bang for my buck when I hire an employee, because I can get more videos, I'm going to have more of their time, I can pay them less per hour. You know, the list goes on and on and on and on and on when it comes to costs. But the thing that I like to get small business owners thinking about is all the other costs that goes into the annual salary of that employee. Things like workman's comp, liability insurance, the equipment that actually, the investment that goes into purchasing equipment for cameras and tripods and audio gear and lights, you name it, editing software, computers, the list goes on. Training this person, hiring this person, all the time and energy that's going to take to not only post an ad and find people, but to interview them and to see if that's a good fit and go through that whole hiring process, and really so much more. If you've ever hired an employee or you have any employees for your business, you know what I'm talking about here. There are so many unexpected costs that go with having employees for your small business. With the agency model, you're really actually, when you start to compare apples to apples, and you add up all these costs, it's anywhere from 30 to 60 maybe upwards of $70,000 annually that you're going to invest in an employee plus all the other additional expenses oftentimes. Where when you're comparing that cost with an agency, it's actually very comparable when you're comparing apples to apples, but you're going to actually get much better quality. Much better quality because it's a team of experts working on your projects, not just one person that is trying to wear multiple different hats all the time, as I mentioned in point one. So, two things so far to think about is that is this one person going to be able to wear all these different hats, and two, is the cost of this annual salary really what I think it is? Number three is what I like to call on an island. When you're on an island, I'm sure we've all felt this in some way, shape, or form in our lives, in our personal lives, or in our business, is that you feel like you're all by yourself. And when you're hiring a creative person to come join your team, if you don't have a big marketing department or you don't have a big creative department or a big video department, oftentimes this one person that you're hoping that can wear all these different hats, they're going to feel trapped. They're going to feel alone. They're going to feel like they are on an island all by themselves. And what this happens is they become too complacent and too close to the business and too close to the marketing strategy that it's hard for them to really have an unbiased perspective when it comes to creating content. And then they start to go into autopilot. And when they go into autopilot, they just start checking boxes. And when your content is checking boxes type content, what's that going to do to actually help you grow your business? Is that going to set you apart from your competitors? What happens when your competitors are creating really dynamic and engaging content and you're creating content that's just checking boxes and it's going through autopilot and just going through the motions? So make sure you think about, if you're hiring one person to do all these different things for your small business, make sure you think about that. When you're getting an agency, you're getting a much more dynamic marketing approach. It's several different people who've built a process around helping you grow your business. They're creative, they're challenging each other, they're challenging you, they're thinking outside the box, they're going deeper into, creative opportunities. So it's going to be a much more in-depth and dynamic approach. Point number 4 is turnover. If you've ever hired an employee for your business or you know anything about hiring employees, you know how much goes into turnover. And you think about all these different things that you got to invest in to get that one employee that you hope is going to be perfect. If they're not the perfect asset for your company for a year or 2 years or 3 years or more, oftentimes you'll invest a lot of money up front into that one person. Maybe 6 months, a year down the road, they decide to go somewhere else. They decide to start their own business, go work for somebody else. They move out of this career altogether. You name it. As we all know, this happens. And it's a very, very, very risky and potentially high investment for small business owners. You invest all this money on the front end to that one person to then have them leave, and now you got to start all over again. With an agency, most agencies these days have month-to-month contracts. Most agencies have the ability to be very agile. They can switch things up quickly. They can change things up. And ultimately, at the end of the day, as long as you're not in a 12-month or a 2-year or 3-year contract with them, you can make that adjustment very quickly. If it's not a right fit for you or it's not a right fit for them, you can make that adjustment quickly for your business to get what is going to be the right fit for you. And there's no cost that goes into that, and there's very little downtime that goes into that. You might be able to make an adjustment with one agency, and within 30 to 60 days later, be up and running again, going with your marketing strategy. Point number 5, and this one is the one that I value the most because time is our biggest commodity. As small business owners, you and I both know that time is the only thing we can't get back. And so anything that can take less of my time is something that's at least going to have my interest. And it's at least going to take me to think about that. And so when you compare having an employee versus an agency, you need to think about how much of your time is going to go into that decision. How much of your time is going to have to go into managing that employee and training that employee and encouraging and inspiring and getting them to think creatively and getting them to think outside the box and going out and learning new things. And when there's a problem, you got to talk. The list goes on and on and on and on, as you probably are well aware. With an agency, You're hiring a team of dedicated professionals who are experts at their job, and you can delegate that task to them and let them run with it. Let them actually do their job. Trust in them to do their job. And if it doesn't work out, as I mentioned in number 4, you can easily adjust. And there's little time on your side and little risk. So I hope you found this video to be helpful. I really hope that you're challenging yourself to think outside of your own perspectives before you hire an employee for your business to cover your content creation needs. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, things that you want to talk about in regards to this topic to where you can make the best decision for your small business, please reach out, put a comment in the comment below, email, it's in the description below. I'd love to talk with you about this more in detail and help you make a decision that's actually going to be the best decision to help you grow your small business. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Share with a friend if you know a small business owner who needs to hear this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay connected. Peace out.